Okay. Nachapa peace ya peace. Peace ni wakati ukiingia kwa nyumba yako unakaribishwa na kiss. Peace ni love, na love ni peace. Tukivunja tuta break in pieces. So tushikane, tupendane, tuelewane kama vijana wa namba 8. Atijali kawe ni Omolo na umetoka Bondo, una ride na Wanziru wa Kinyi ama babu wa Loliondo. Tuache chuki na hate kaya mama wa kambo, tukuje pamoja, si lazima tungoje tupatanisho na patanisho redu jambo. I'm lost, can someone bring it back like a TBT? Ojo noma ni Karawa Kenya wanapenda chai but sheria wataki kutii. Noma ni Karawa Kenya wanapenda kutupima na wafanyi kazi VCT. Noma ni Karawa Kenya usipowachotea lawama watakuwekea kotini, watachochea ujipate una chill kamiti. Nani alisema lazima ukue millionaire ndio upeane charity? Kuna ofan mtaani ata appreciate kimbaya hata kasabuni. Kuna gari na unaelezea kipofu direction, instead umpatie lift na mdrop kwa hiyo destination. Kwa gari yako utaki kubeba mama yako leba, ati unataka manzi amebeba. Si ungwana hata kidogo. Si hata Willy Paul alisema uache maringo juu ukiwa na ngori mijirani yako ndio utakufix kama kingo. So tupendane na tusonge mbele pamoja. Tukikosana tupeleke kesi mahakama ya vioja. Tukifanya hivyo tutapendwa na kuflow kama Mr. Zemeje. Za mimi usikia daily nikipanda maji za umoja. Mimi ni farmer so nda uproot weed nikipata kwa shamba. Na nikipata wakipiga mwizi na mawe sita participate cause I'm not a stoner. Wakiniuliza nitawashow I'm high, far higher than that. Na ana respect creatures that the most high. Napenda peace, that's why niliandika spoken peace. Wasanii tupendane, tuache stories za dis. Justaki benefits zake tuzimiss. Mimi ni king so kaka, kama utaki peace, please get out of here. Si God alikuwa creative aka creative, lakini Adam hakuwa detective kudetective akimdeceive. Akawaseti Garden of Eden wapendane kisha wa conceive. So hii hate na propaganda tunapatiwa na mapoliticians wana to deceive. Nakumbuka mtaani mimi ni paid juu nafanya kazi ya paid kiwa na shida ya pesa lakini nimeanza kufanya money kiwa. So shida zangu zitaisha very soon. Nizifunike kasa soon. Hata kama nafanya kazi ya jua kali, nikirudi nyumbani kama nameless, watu wangu watafurahi wacheze hodi kama timeless. Nashukuru kwa kunisikiza kwa hizo chache dakika. Kama utanifollow nipate Atom Africa. Mlevu wa mistari na sija kunywalika. Ndio mwanzo wa safari. Kama size 8 na Willy Paul bado sijafika. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Great piece right there. Great piece. Someone is texting in and is saying that's my big sis and my mentor. And that's big up. That is Mercy from PYWV, Dandora, Maili Saba. All right, I guess you know her.
Yeah.
Texter coming in. Wow. Did you like the piece by Moafrika?
I loved it.
It's amazing, right?
Yes, it is.
I see your talent. So far is absolutely brilliant so far. The two of you, brilliant. Now, let's come back. So you've gone for the test. Your son is 6 months old. You said the name was? Devi. And you realized you're HIV positive. How did you feel?
How did I feel? At that moment, after the test, we had to redo it again. Because this guy had to be joking. This couldn't be true.
You couldn't believe it?
I could not believe it. The reason why I could not believe it was because I only had this one boyfriend. Ever since I was young, he was my first boyfriend, he was my first love, and he was the only person I was intimate with. But at the back of my head, even as I was doing this other test, was my son. Do you mean he was sick all this time because of this? Was it because of me? You know, we are really quick to turn to blame ourselves.
Yeah, sure.
And that was the feeling at that moment. But as I left, he was crying outside. He was carried by a friend as I was in the room getting the test. And he was crying all this time, and I could not believe I would leave this room and go and face him. Because I felt I didn't know what I would tell him or what I would do next. And I remember I asked the guy, what's next? That was the big question, what is next? But after I left that room, I knew I had to get him tested. I had also to tell his dad. And I went looking for his dad and told him. And the first question he asked was, what have you been up to? But you see, I did not want this blame game, because I was thinking we really need to act fast so that our son got the best there is. And at least we now know what was the issue. But even before we could get him tested, I lost him in February.
I'm so sorry.
On the 13th of February, the eve of Valentine.
Was it because of the...
I am not so sure, but I think it's because of the chest. We had finally known that he had pneumonia, but you see, it had taken so long before we could know it was pneumonia.
Yeah.
So he succumbed to the pneumonia. What people don't know is that HIV does not kill you really. Whatever kills you is a combination of different infections in the body. So it could be maybe an infection of the heart, or an infection of the skin, or it could be pneumonia, it could be TB, it could be diarrhea. So other infections. It's not the HIV.
Come and find the
weakened immune system.
Yeah.
So he succumbed, and I didn't know what I wanted to do next now, because this was January HIV positive, February losing my son. So it was a lot, and I was only, I think, 22 or 21. I think I was between 21 or 22. And I asked God, because you have given me this, and I was not the one who died, so show me now what is next. What do I do with all this? And it took some time, but I went back to modeling. I entered another competition, and in this competition, it was so huge, it was so big that we had really pretty girls who were on top of their game, and out of the 500 who came, I was among the top 30, and I knew something is still there. In as much as I feel I've lost a lot, something is still there, and I would use that.
This is still 2011?
No. Now we were in 2012 when I knew my status.
So basically 2011 just...
2011 was just pregnancy and giving birth. Pregnancy and giving birth. So in 2012 was when now my life started. Now that I did not have my son, that I knew this status, I needed to find a direction. Where was I going? And in this beauty pageant really opened up my eyes. It was called Miss Fabulous. It really opened up my eyes. And in that moment, it's the first time I got to tell the public of my HIV status in this beauty pageant. And after that, I knew, okay, this is really what I want to do. I want to remind people that it does not matter who you are, HIV is real. I knew I also wanted to ensure that other girls don't have to get into the same shoes that I have put on for so long. They could change their stories. They could aim for better. And that is what I did. And that is what I've been doing up to now.
Since that time. During this time that you realized you're positive and you lost your son, did you go for counseling? What kind of feelings were you going through? Sometimes people who experience suicidal desire, tendencies or inclination, or others who experience really deep depression. Did you experience this, and did you receive support from family or from friends, or go for professional counseling?
I really didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I think I was too much into the blame game, blaming myself most of all, that I did not even think I needed to look for counseling or for outside help. I internalized it on my own, in my own pace. And I think it helped, even if the steps were slow. Actually, they were not slow, because in February I got tested, in January I got tested, and in September, or was it October? The start of October is when I went public with my status. And I remember when I decided that, okay, after my son passed away, we moved in back with the dad, because now he didn't have a child. I think we could cope better together. And I kept telling him we need to go get tested together. We also need to get on treatment, because I knew I had a background with all the platforms that I'd been on, what HIV was, and you could take care of yourself. That really helped me, knowing what HIV was, and that it was not a death sentence, and that there is care if I looked for it. But he was hesitant, and it's only when I left him in September, then went to the beauty pageant, that I started taking medication. And I also went with him, even if we were not together. I went with him because it was part of my start, the start of this journey, ensuring that everyone I have close is taking care of themselves in each and every way, whether they are living positively or not.
Your family, are they with you on this journey at this time?
So after I went public, it's when I disclosed to them. That is when I went home and told myself, you have to tell the people who are closest to you. See, I've told the world, but how about the people who are closest to you? And that was the most difficult day of my life. I can still feel it. There was this cold sweat. I didn't know there was cold sweat.
You only thought it was a saying.
I only thought it was a saying. And I felt it trickling down. It was so cold, ice cold. And I knew that after this now, they were not sure how to react to that. This is our firstborn. She has said she's HIV positive, and she's going to tell the world, to talk to the world about it. It was not easy, and they did not know what to do. My brother asked. He was the only one who spoke, because I seated them down one Sunday and told them after lunch. He was the only one who asked, will you now die?
Is he young that he didn't?
He was young. He's the second born.
Okay.
And I told him, no, I won't. And I'll ensure that I bring as many pamphlets for information as I can, so that you know what this is, and what it means, and how, if I take care of myself, it will all be okay.
Now, years later, have they now?
Years later,
now they are part.
My mom is the one who tells people what to do if this happens. There is that now.
Okay.
They are knowledgeable. They have taken their time to also be advocates in their own way. My sister tells me of her schoolmates who are living with HIV that she supports. And I find that I really did something.
You are doing something. You're doing a lot. And now now a year back you founded the Positive Young Women Voices. And with this you have traveled around the world.
I really don't think it's Positive Young Women Voices. Going back, I also founded another platform for young people, adolescents and young people, called Sauti Sikika. It was the first for adolescents and young people who are living with HIV in Kenya. This was after I spoke to the president, and he was our President Uhuru, and he was, are you sure this is happening? Or like another boy called Elijah, who also was born with HIV. And he said he wanted to be the ambassador. He said he wanted to change the things we had complained about. And that's how Sauti Sikika was formed. But it was for the under 24 years. So when I turned 25, I had to look for some other platform for other young people.
Yeah, okay,
yes.
All right.
So with all this, I think, exposure that I've had, I've been privileged. It's an honor, really, to have traveled to the countries that I have, to still speak on the same. At that time it was adolescents and young people, and now it's girls and young women. And I have been honored to go to the places I never thought I would travel. Go.
You spoke even at the UNAIDS. I saw a picture of that.
Yes. I've spoken. The UNAIDS was it last month or this month?
It was something recent.
June. It was in June.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I had gone to the European Development Days with
Where was
UNAIDS in Brussels.
Brussels. Is
Belgium.
Belgium.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
And I was speaking on the same. What are girls and young women saying? How can we ensure that they are part and parcel of ensuring that we end HIV, that we end AIDS, that we kill stigma? Because what really kills people, when you asked, was I suicidal? What would kill a person is the fear of what people will say. Is the fear of how people will react towards you.
Will they accept you as you are?
Will they accept you as you are? Will they love you as you are? Will they be looking at you and pointing fingers? Will they be there for you at your lowest point? Those are the moments that really turn a person down if they don't get that. I was privileged to get that.
Absolutely.
Because I was open. I think also the attitude I came with towards people was strong, and they wanted to be part of this strength. And the way that I carried myself, I wasn't oishe, oh yeah, I need help. No, I knew I was still Lucy. Lucy, the brave young woman. Lucy, the woman who can do things if she wants to. when she puts her mind to something, she gets it. So that is how I even embraced all this.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's brilliant. Now I have a question, actually two, that I really want to ask. How you got positive from this man with whom you got David, right? But there is no disappointment, there's no anger towards him. What gives?
I can't really say it's that. At some point I was, but I kept telling myself I need to forgive him. When I used to tell kids, I used to go to schools. I've talked to so many kids that I don't know, they have to have changed something in their lives. And I used to tell them, when you're angry at a person, when you're vengeful, it's like taking poison and expecting you to die. So Lucy is busy taking poison daily and waiting for you to die. Will you be the one who is dying?
Definitely not.
I'll be the one who is dying. So the moment I realized letting go, knowing this is life and all this had to have a reason, had to have a purpose, I did let go.
You did let go.
Yes.
And interestingly, you fell in love later. Which year was that?
Which year are we in?
This is 2018.
We've been together.
So Maya is 3 years.
Yes, we've been together for 4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
So 2014.
Yes.
You fell in love with that. What is his name?
I won't tell you his name.
You tell me. Okay, that's okay. But all right.
But he's an amazing man. He makes me feel so good about life.
I'm sure he can hear that.
He can hear that because he also brought me here. As in, he's that supportive.
He is in the studio with us, and absolutely, this is amazing. Now, how has it been like 4 years married? And this is maybe the final reflection. What has it been like for you 4 years married, HIV, and people have lots of questions. I'm sure you've been asked these questions in forums. What are the key questions that people ask about you being married 4 years, being HIV and all that?
They just want to know how come he's so easy with it. And I remember when I told him my status, I didn't tell him, I told him to go Google who Lucy Wanjiku is, and then come back and tell me if you still want this. And when he went and Googled, he came back and asked, you mean this is why you've been postponing our happiness? And I was like, who are you, young man? Who are you? So
postponing our happiness. I
imagine.
like that.
And he's been there all along. He has never let HIV define who I am. The same way I've never let HIV define who I am, and it does not define who we are as a couple.
That's amazing.
Yes. It does not hinder anything. It doesn't hinder anything that we get to do. Because what people don't know, HIV is just a condition.
Absolutely.
And now, because you have asked, if you take your medication right, there's something called U equals U. U equals U means undetectable and transmittable. When you take your medication well enough, adherent, taking your medication on time, taking it properly, you get to a point where the virus in the body is not detectable. You go get a viral load test and it can't be detected. That's why we say undetectable.
Wow, okay.
And when it's undetectable, you cannot transmit it sexually.
Whether even if you're a man?
Even if you're a man.
Wow, that's
even
amazing.
If you're a woman. There's zero possibility of you getting to infect your sexual partner. And this is something that the people who should be telling us are not telling us. And that is why I was also in Miami reminding people, you are the people who are supposed to tell us this is working. It's been there for the last 10 years. People knew for the last 10 years, but the information is not trickling down.
Sure.
Yes.
That is amazing. I also was not sure about that, and thanks for clarifying that actually you can take medication until your viral load is really low. Very low. Such that you can actually continue and have a child. And you cannot
transmit to your child or to your sexual partner.
Yeah, that is amazing. Yeah. All right. Wow. Okay, we're going to take a short break, and I want to thank you. This has been one great conversation, and that I've really enjoyed myself. I don't know if a philosopher is ready to take us through the session for a short break of spoken word. But wow, I just have to say wow. Okay, and when you come back, I'm sure you have a message you want to give to people, especially who have been watching you. So right now I'm going to give it to philosopher. Why did you choose philosopher?
Because philosopher is a person who thinks about life.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna give it to you. Take us through.
Okay.
Camera 3.
See, leaders wanadai hano wananchi wazalendo, na hao ndio mabig fish wa skari za kimagendo. See, tuna mistake politicians na professors of mathematics na makampo kwa mishi wa airports. See, hao wanatuambia ati we fight while they calculate the angle of light. Walituambia 2 wrongs can't make a right. 2 wrongs can't make a right. Na si kwa government kumejaa wrongs na bado wanatuchocha we fight for our rights. Si tunaishi in a country where mheshimiwa atapelekwa kwa koti na amevaa shati expensive juu ile kifungo atapewa ni kifungo ya shati. Na after hapo utadhani yeye na jaji ni walimu wa chemistry juu atapewa bond. Na ile kitu utaona ni covalent bond. So tunaishi na country where raia anakashifiwa na mheshimiwa ati anafanya crime. Na yeye uko jua naiba mamilioni, si wote hizi tabia zina rhyme. Tunaishi na country where mheshimiwa mshtakiwa analala kwa nyumba yake yenye bungalow imejaa bed sita na raia analala chini kwa floor ya bed sita. Si mheshimiwa mshtakiwa atasimama kaa miti juu ma innocent wamejaa behind bars kaa miti. Sioni ma innocent wasafi. Tunaishi na Kenya where with no cent when guilty until proven otherwise. Juu mataikuna always innocent. Si tunaishi in a country where mheshimiwa akishikwa anatupa vibes na yeye ndio the real cartel. See, everybody ni witness and we all can tell. So nimekuja hapa ndio mjue nilisoma chemistry. Nimekuja kuamulika na luminous. Just no anonymous is in town. Na kwa dhani utaenda free. Just know we're keeping it locked. Usishangae kwa nini nimesimama stage kama nimelewa. It's because I'm drunk by the Holy Spirit. See, time inakam wenye si tutakuwa free. Na si tuchague the right way. To follow the right track ndo hadi tutoe album. Si mafilozi minifikisha hapa so far. Na emotions imefikisha hapa so far. That's why I'm philosopher, the one. Na nakocha na swali moja. Uchumi imepanda, so tutajivuniaje kuwa Kenya? Thank you.
Awesome. Oh, amazing. Beautiful stuff.
Thank you.
That's wow. You three guys are amazing. I hope you're coming to close the show. Like the three of you, in like 3 minutes or so. All right. Now we are back, and we are closing up this segment right now. And today I don't want to be the one speaking today, giving the final shot. I want Lucy to give us the final shot, and I hope you have learned, enjoyed, witnessed what courage looks like. Because for me, looking at Lucy, I know what it looks like. And positive voices. Being a positive voice in a world where there is so much negativity, cynicism. Being a positive voice when there are moments of poverty, whether it's of mind or of words, where there is hatred, you become a positive voice. And that's what we are discussing today. How are you a positive voice? Because I believe Lucy could have decided to become a negative voice of a world that doesn't care. She could have turned and said men are evil, but she decided to be a positive voice. And I want to give it to you right now, Lucy. You have shared with us your story of courage. What is it? What are your final words in a minute or so to people who have been watching you, especially probably people who have experienced a challenge like yours?
Which is the camera?
Yeah, camera 3. Go for it.
I really have to talk to them.
Yeah.
So for me, I would just tell you, whoever you are, wherever you're watching from, whatever challenges you're going through, you are more than whatever you're going through. You are more than the conditions you're going through, whether it's poverty, whether it's a condition that you have to take medication every day, whether it's people not loving you enough or being there for you. Whatever you're going through does not define who you are. HIV does not define who Lucy is. So whatever you're going through should not define who you are. Rise above all that. Go get whatever it is that you want. You will fall, you will rise, you will fall, you will rise. But make sure that every time you fall, you rise up. There's this saying, fall 7 times, rise up 8. It's all up to you, and you have the strength to do it. You have the strength to be anything you want to be. Keep your dreams alive. Keep your dreams alive. They do come true. I had a dream once that I would travel the world, and I'm like, here I am, traveling the world. I had a dream to touch lives, and here I am, touching lives in the best way I know how. Whatever it is you feel you can do, go ahead and do it. Yes.
Perfect. Awesome. I love that. Yeah. Now, there is a mic right there. Just pick it and go ahead. Now, we don't forget about that.
Okay.
Now, Lucy, amazing. And today, usually I play riddles at the end of my of my conversation, but today I will not.
Oh, thank you.
We have had a very serious conversation, and I would like to close at a high note. All right, and to thank you once again for making time to come here to the show, to make time to come and share with us your story, as you have done world over, and to be a positive voice to many young people and girls who don't have that kind of voice. I also want to thank your husband, who is right here with us, and it's amazing to have him. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Part Talk Show with me, Dominic, and this has been one of the most inspirational conversations I've ever had on this show, and you know this show is all about inspiration and making a difference. It has been one amazing show, and I hope that you have been empowered, encouraged, and strengthened in one way or the other. I want to thank also the spoken word artists who are on my show today, Mwafrika, Mwas, and the philosopher, because they're doing amazing stuff, and they're going to be closing the show, so don't go away. They're still going to perform now together. And this has been Dominic, and remember what I always say: be mad, be exceptional, make a difference. See you next Wednesday. God bless.
Okay. Unexpected but enda to flow tu ki freestyle. Welcome. Hii society yenye ukisikia njaa na uambie watakwambia upunguze volume usikie peke yako. Welcome kwa hii society yenye ukianza kunona watakwambia kwani hukula blue ticks. Welcome kwa hii society. Welcome kwa hii society yenye makatel wanatuongoza na wenyewe nasikia wako na vibes juu wakikuja kutomba kura wao wanaropoka, na wakiingia bunge wananyamaza, na nadhani kwa mdomo kuna mogoka. Welcome kwa society. Society wamegeuza kwa yao. So ushaipenda tei hadi ukipita mbele ya wanisa spirits unapata na blush. Ama ujali kwa bash na wewe ndio wa kwanza kufika huko ku get crash. Si kupenda ni katikati ya mwezi na brother hauna cash, lakini unaambia waiter hiyo teboy mash. Na wakishajikata brother unabaki kwa matata kusumbana na waiter kushikana mashati anataka vita juu umeshindwa kulipa. Na venye ulikuwa na jicho na makapa kamili, unaweza walipia taksi wawili juu unapenda vitu gali. Brother tafadhali penda ukweli juu hata kwako kwa nyumba sembe uwezi. Na unaga ni kwa niaba unachungulia. Kakisha hivyo unaingia, ukishapakua mnashambulia, afuta kushibwa na mwambia, kesho ni mimi ndo kuprovidea, na kwa akili unafikiria peje utakuwa na dandia. Mwas, so illuminate.
Tani illuminate niwaambie. Haibidi uku illuminate ndo illuminate hii world. And that's why leo natia B na D. Ku educate ABCD vitu mta apply ku preach peace using my poetic piece. Na sinasema peace, love and unity ni 3 pillars ambazo ni similar na zinatufanya tukae pamoja kama familia. Peace, love and unity. Na sina bleach dishonesty na indignity. Nasema peace, love and unity ndo ina define our independence na our sovereignty. Peace itaanza wakati mimi na wewe tutashikana mikono, wala sio kuvunjana mikono. peace, love and unity. Nasema itaanza wakati Omolo ataanza kuwa President Njoroge wala sio kumtupia mawe. Peace, love and unity. Nafikiria itaanza wakati tutaanza kuoneana huruma ndio tuishi kwa umoja. Nasema peace, love and unity. Itaanza wakati tutaanza ku appreciate wasee wa Kariobangi na tuache kumisinterpret wasee wa Kariobangi kama smokers wa bangi. Itaanza wakati tutaanza kuona wasee wa Mathare as if maths are their portion. Mimi naamini amani ni ya dhamani na itapusha our country structure mbele, from good agriculture to a better infrastructure. Huyu ni Mwas the poet mwenye upena madhrupas na hukombo watu from was. Na naamini huwezi jaribu kumwandamine juu ile landmine atakupiga, na hopefully utaokota joka kwa hii life poker. Mwas the poet, YouTube.
Okay. Si ploten kila siku drama zinotacha tumeshikatama. Wali drama kuni is absent. Walisema ati we are adding salt to the injury na tumeshinda tukimia juu hatuwezi afford chumvi. Si maskini amefungwa na chini za miadarati, that's why anachukua mtu 2-3 wajite chain smokers. Maskini ameshindwa kupeleka mtoto wake makini, juu hadi ameshindwa kupay attention. But hii maisha tutaweza juu hata Johnny Walker alikuwa na gari. Bila Yesu ni vanity from VIP to RIP. You see, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. So hii church nimekuwa for God so loved the world that he gave his only forgotten son. See, politicians wana draw manifestos, Caucasian chok sako na sit book plans na projects, kumbe ni between the city. Kidagaa kinatozea juu tunaishi jiji. Unajua mimi ucheka sana ya vile politicians hutu katiadi tunajipata kwa ballot box. Ucheka sana yani vile politicians wanalala kwa bunge na ilali kuna speaker. So ukiingia Nairobi ni utastuka juu utasikia tu mimi Nairobi hii. Usishangai nikae mialadi akitaka kulewa akiuliza where is my Johnny Walker. That's why nimeenda hata kwa mama mboga ameshindwa kunisukumia wiki. Si kawe ni maskini huwezi enda milimani cause huko ni kwenye mamili na mani. Si Moses pale Mount Sinai aliprescribe wa the 10 commandments, so situmeze the right dose. So hapo ndo ukiulizwa nilienda wapi, waambie naenda kutafuta kazi ya mjengo nijenge taifa. Mafilozi imenifikisha hapa so far na emotions imenifikisha hapa so far, and that's why I'm philosopher the one.
Thank you so much. I appreciate. Awesome. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the show is over.
Y254. Imagine. Y254. Imagine.